If you are constantly chasing money, asking where it is, why it has not come, why others have more and you have less, then listen carefully, because the problem is not money. The problem is the direction of your effort. In Shaolin training, we learn very early that what you run after will always stay one step ahead of you. But what you cultivate within yourself will follow you wherever you go. Wealth works the same way. It does not respond to desperation, pressure, or desire alone. It responds to energy. Bands. Most people believe money comes from wanting it badly enough. They believe hunger attracts reward. But look closely at life. The ones who are calm, grounded, disciplined, and clear often have no need to chase. Opportunities come to them. Doors open without force. This is not luck. This is alignment. Your aura, your inner state, is constantly communicating with the world. Before you speak, before you act, before you negotiate, your energy has already spoken for you. Chandit. In Shaolin, we do not begin by learning how to fight. We begin by learning how to stand, how to breathe, how to be still, because without control of energy, strength becomes chaos. The same applies to wealth. If your inner world is restless, fearful, impatient, or greedy, no amount of effort will create stability. You may earn money, but you will not keep it. You may find success, but it will not stay. Wealth does not stay where energy is unstable. Desire alone is weak. Desire without discipline leaks energy. You want money, yet your mind is scattered. You want abundance, yet your habits are inconsistent. You want freedom, yet you cannot control your impulses. This contradiction creates resistance. The world responds to coherence. When your thoughts, actions, and values move in one direction, life responds. When they are divided, life hesitates. Training your aura means training how you show up to every moment. Are you rushed or are you present? Are you anxious about the future or focused on the task in front of you? Money does not reward panic. It rewards precision. A calm person sees what others miss. A disciplined person finishes what others abandon. This is why energy comes before wealth. Observe nature. The sun does not chase planets, yet everything moves around it. Why? Because of its mass, its gravity, its presence. Become like that. Increase your inner weight. Build character. Build skill. Build patience. When you stop vibrating with need and start vibrating with capability, the world adjusts around you. Many people ask, how do I attract wealth? But this is the wrong question. The right question is, what kind of person naturally attracts opportunity? That person is reliable. That person is composed under pressure. That person does not complain about conditions, but adapts to them. These qualities are not loud, but they are powerful. They form a strong aura. And in Shaolin training, we repeat simple movements thousands of times, not because they are exciting, but because repetition creates depth. Wealth works the same way. Small, correct actions done consistently create a powerful field around you. People sense it. Employers trust it. Clients respect it. Opportunities recognize it. When you chase money, you place it above yourself. You make it the master and you the servant. This creates imbalance. But when you train your energy, you become the source. Money becomes the response. Understand this deeply. Money is a result, not a reward. It is the echo of your inner order. So stop asking, how can I get more? Start asking, how can I become more stable, more skilled, more disciplined today? Train your aura through silence, through focus, through responsibility. When your energy becomes steady, wealth has no resistance toward you. It comes not because you begged for it, but because you were ready to carry it. But being ready is not a feeling. It is a structure, and that structure is discipline. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. In Shaolin training, discipline exists so that energy is not wasted. Without discipline, strength leaks through distraction, impulse, and inconsistency. The same applies to wealth. A person may have talent, intelligence, even opportunity, but without discipline, none of it compounds. Wealth does not grow where behavior is unstable. It does not stay where effort is irregular. I'm Brian Jess. Many people believe discipline means forcing yourself to do things you hate. That is not true. True discipline is choosing what matters most and organizing your life around it. When your days are unstructured, your energy scatters. When your energy scatters, your aura weakens. And a weak aura attracts confusion, not opportunity. Discipline gives your energy direction. Direction gives your aura weight. Look at your daily habits. They are not small. They are your training ground. The way you wake up, the way you eat, the way you speak, the way you work when no one is watching. This is what shapes your inner field. Wealth recognizes patterns. It moves toward those who show consistency over time. A disciplined person sends a clear signal. I can be trusted. I can carry responsibility. I can sustain growth. In Shaolin, we train even on days when the body is tired and the mind resists. Not because we are harsh, but because life does not pause when you feel unmotivated. Discipline prepares you for reality. Money flows through systems, not moods. If your effort depends on emotion, your results will always be unstable. But if your effort is structured, your energy becomes predictable, and predictable energy attracts long-term wealth. Banned discipline also means learning to say no. No to distractions that drain your focus. No to shortcuts that weaken your integrity. No to comfort when comfort makes you soft. Every time you say no to what weakens you, you say yes to what strengthens your aura. This strength is quiet, but it is unmistakable. People feel it. They may not understand it, but they respond to it. A wealthy aura is not loud. It does not rush. It does not seek validation. It moves with intention. Discipline creates this calm authority. When your actions align with your values, inner conflict disappears. And where there is no inner conflict, energy flows cleanly. Clean energy attracts clean outcomes. Many chase wealth by adding more work, more connections, more strategies. But discipline often requires subtraction. Remove chaos, remove excess, remove habits that steal your attention. Simplicity strengthens focus. Focus strengthens skill, skill creates value, and value invites wealth. Understand this clearly. Discipline is not about controlling the future. It is about controlling yourself in the present. When you master the present moment, your effort, your reaction, your standards, you no longer fear the future. That confidence reshapes your aura. Fear repels. Stability attracts. So do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Train your discipline as you train your body, daily, patiently, without drama. Show up when it is difficult. Finish what you start. Keep your word to yourself. These small acts build an inner fortress, and from that fortress, wealth can safely arrive because discipline proves that when it comes, you will not waste it, lose it, or be destroyed by it. When wealth arrives, it does not test your desire. It tests your relationship with results. And this is where many lose what they worked so hard to gain. Attachment to outcomes is subtle. It hides behind ambition and effort. You tell yourself you are working hard, but inside you are tense. You measure every action by what it gives you back. You calculate, you compare, you worry. This tension disturbs your energy. It narrows your vision. And when your vision narrows, your decisions become reactive rather than precise. Benders in Shaolin training, we do not strike thinking about victory. We strike thinking about form, balance, and timing. The moment you think about winning, you lose presence. The same law applies to wealth. When your mind is obsessed with results, you stop seeing the process clearly. You rush steps, you force outcomes, you sacrifice quality for speed, and energy that is forced always breaks something in the long run. Committing to the process means placing your attention on what you can control. You cannot control when money comes. You cannot control how others respond, but you can control your effort, your standards, and your consistency. When you invest fully in these, your energy stabilizes. Stability creates clarity. Clarity leads to better action. And better action produces results naturally. Detachment does not mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. There is a difference. A detached mind is relaxed yet sharp. It is patient but not passive. It understands that growth follows rhythm, not pressure. When you respect this rhythm, your aura becomes calm and confident. Calm confidence attracts opportunity far more effectively than anxious ambition. Many people sabotage themselves at the final stage because they cannot wait. They quit too early. They change direction too often. They doubt their path the moment results delay. This impatience weakens their energy. The world senses inconsistency. Wealth avoids unstable ground. In contrast, when you commit to the process, you build trust with yourself first. You show your mind that you can endure repetition without immediate reward. This endurance strengthens your inner core. And a strong core holds weight. People with weight in their presence do not need to explain themselves. Their work speaks. Their energy speaks. In Shaolin life, we train for years before any recognition appears. The training itself becomes the reward. When this mindset transfers to your work, everything changes. You call comprehension to portions. You stop asking, is this paying off? And start asking, am I improving today? Improvement compounds quietly. One day, you look back and realize your value has multiplied. Detachment also frees creativity. When you are not afraid of failure, you experiment more intelligently. You take calculated risks. You learn faster. Fear of outcome keeps you small. Commitment to process expands you. Expansion increases capacity, and wealth flows toward capacity. Remember this, money comes and goes, but skill stays, reputation stays, character stays. These are built in the process, not in the result. When you anchor your identity to effort rather than outcome, loss does not break you, and success does not intoxicate you. This balance strengthens your aura, so work with full intensity, but release expectation. Train deeply, but let time do its work. When your energy is no longer divided between effort and anxiety, it becomes whole. And whole energy moves life in your favor, without force, without chase, without fear, because fear and force are signs of inner pollution. And wherever the mind is polluted, worth cannot fully express itself. Media, purifying the mind does not mean becoming passive or unrealistic. It means removing what distorts perception. In Shaolin practice, before we strengthen the body, we clear the mind. A confused mind wastes energy. A noisy mind cannot hold value. Wealth flows toward clarity because clarity creates efficiency, and efficiency creates impact. Baines, look closely at what occupies your thoughts. Comparison, resentment, shortcuts, constant distraction, these weaken your aura more than any external obstacle. Every thought you repeat becomes a habit. Every habit shapes your decisions. And decisions determine your value in the world. You are not paid for your intentions. You are paid for the clarity you bring into action. A purified mind is disciplined in attention. It chooses what to focus on and what to ignore. This is rare. Most people allow their attention to be stolen all day long, by news, by opinions, by fear, by entertainment. Their energy is fragmented. Fragmented energy cannot build anything lasting. When you train your mind to stay with one task, one breath, one responsibility, your aura becomes concentrated. Concentrated energy commands respect. In Shaolin training, silence is not emptiness. Silence is precision. When the mind is quiet, it sees reality as it is, not as emotion paints it. This clarity allows you to act at the right moment, with the right amount of force. In work and wealth, timing matters as much as effort. A polluted mind reacts too early or too late. A clear mind responds accurately. Purification also means removing inner resistance. Many people want wealth, but secretly resent responsibility. They want success but fear judgment. These contradictions drain power. When the mind is honest and aligned, energy flows smoothly. Alignment increases efficiency. means your worth is not determined by how busy you are, but by how effective you are. Effectiveness comes from clarity. Clarity comes from inner order. Inner order comes from daily mental training, reflection, restraint, awareness. These are not spiritual luxuries. They are practical tools. When your mind is clear, you see problems as neutral information, not personal attacks. You solve instead of react. Problem solvers are always in demand. This is why purification increases value. It removes emotional waste and leaves functional strength. Also understand this: what you consume mentally shapes your inner environment. Just as poor food weakens the body, poor input weakens the mind. Be selective. Guard your attention. Feed your mind with learning, with silence, with purposeful challenge. A refined mind produces refined results. Jane, as your mind becomes clear, your presence changes. You speak less, but with more weight. You act slower, but more accurately. People trust you, not because you convince them, but because your energy feels stable. Trust attracts opportunity. Opportunity expands wealth, so do not chase more money. Chase less noise. Remove what clouds your perception. When the mind is purified, worth expands naturally. And when your worth expands, wealth arrives as a consequence, not a pursuit. Not a pursuit, but a consequence of who you have shaped yourself to be. To become valuable is not to demand more, but to offer more skill, more reliability, more depth. In Shaolin training, we do not ask what we will gain from the practice. We ask how well we can embody it. Value is never announced. It is demonstrated. And when value is clear, wealth has no argument against you. Many people try to look valuable instead of becoming valuable. They talk more than they train. They promise more than they deliver. This weakens their aura. The world does not reward appearance for long. It rewards when you consistently solve problems, reduce friction, and bring order where there is confusion. Your presence becomes necessary. And what is necessary is always compensated. Value grows through mastery. Mastery requires time, repetition, and humility. It requires you to accept being a beginner, to endure being unseen, to refine details others ignore. This process strengthens your inner core, and a strong core supports greater responsibility. Wealth follows responsibility because money is simply stored trust. In Shaolin life, the most respected practitioner is not the loudest or strongest, but the most dependable. Dependability is rare. Be the person who shows up prepared. Be the one who finishes what is started. Be the one who remains calm under pressure. Calm competence is magnetic. It makes your aura solid and reassuring. Becoming valuable also means understanding leverage. Not all effort is equal. A purified mind and disciplined energy allow you to focus on what truly matters. You stop wasting time on tasks that do not grow skill or impact. You invest your energy where it multiplies. This strategic focus increases your worth without burning you out. Do not underestimate integrity. Integrity is value that compounds silently. When your words and actions align, trust builds. And trust opens doors money cannot force. Opportunities come through people. People follow those whose energy feels honest and grounded. Also remember that value is dynamic. What was valuable yesterday may not be enough tomorrow. Stay a student. Adapt without losing principles. Strength without flexibility breaks. Flexibility without strength dissolves. Balance both and your aura remains relevant. When you become valuable, you no longer chase recognition. Recognition comes searching for you. When you become valuable, negotiation changes. You are no longer asking, you are choosing. This shift in posture changes everything. It signals readiness, so train your aura daily, refine your discipline, purify your mind, commit to the process, and above all, become useful in the highest sense, not just busy, but effective, ambitious, but reliable. May your path be steady, your efforts sincere, and your energy strong enough to carry the abundance that comes to those who are prepared to hold it.